He was a bit of a goth. He was everything I didn't really want, just completely different from me. We had nothing in common apart from both of us being slightly religious, him more than me though. At first, everything was really nice. Then someone told him that I didn't like his style, so he tried to change it, something that he wouldn't let me forget. It was a short time later that some of his less than pleasant habits began to emerge. It got to the point where I realized that no matter how much he loved me, and no matter how much he was willing to try and change himself for me, it would just never work. He just made me feel more down. I tried to help him, and he tried to help me, but he became so serious about getting me to pray that, to be honest, he got boring. I lost interest in a big way. I told him this, that I had nothing left to say to him, but that I liked him and didn't want to hurt him. And he did the only thing he thought would make me happy. There were times in the middle of the night when I thought I really did, love him. But then I realized you can never think you love someone, you can only know it, and I didn't know, so I didn't love. But for a while, being with him really did make me happy. I thought I'd found a way out, an escape route from this shitty existence.
Did he break your heart?
No. I guess I was trying to control the situation. When things are so fucked up on the inside, you want to make it perfect on the outside. I was trying to find some sort of balance in life.
You can't force things to be the way you want them to be. You either like them the way they are, or you don't.
Oh, I know that now. I knew it then, too. I always knew he wasn't the one for me. I just wanted him to be so badly that I overlooked things. But after a while, the relationship became like a prison. I was with him out of obligation. I didn't want to hurt him by leaving him.
So what happened after he dumped you?
Cocaine. Lots of it.
Okay. Tell me about it. Let's go with that.
It was just to fill a hole, made me feel good. Like, not heaven, but being normal was available in little white lines, so I did more of it. I thought I'd be able to, handle it, just to be able to cut back when I needed to. I always wanted to do loads of drugs, apart from heroin.
Why not? I've been told it's the ultimate high. Better than 1,000 orgasms.
No. The feeling maybe, but there's nothing like being held in the arms of someone you love. Cocaine was just to make me feel human. But
what?
But after a while I was addicted, not just to coke, I was soon addicted to that, but addicted to feeling, the feeling of escape. My friends had everything better than me, their jobs were better, their relationships seemed better, their parents better, their lives better. Grass is always greener on the other side, right?
Yeah. You wanted anything that had nothing to do with your life.
Not quite. It was more like I wanted to forget my life even existed. Be someone else. I didn't want to just survive with depression. I wanted to explode with life. I was so sick of life that soon I was just sick of running away.
But isn't that what you did? The big final run away from it all?
What did I have to live for? Tell me.
You will never know. You deprived yourself the option of finding out for yourself. Life is a voyage of discovery. You make a list of all the things you wanted to do, or that you could have done. That list, do you know how long it is? It goes on forever. But death is nothing more than a full stop to a book that writes itself. The reason suicide is considered a sin is not because it disrespects God, but, unless you're suffering from an incurable, insufferable disease or something, it's a sign of cowardice. It takes more strength to stand up in the face of adversity than it does to just give up. And God doesn't want cowards cluttering up heaven. Needless suicide is also a big sign of utter selfishness.
What do you mean?
Let's take the Holocaust, just as an example. The people in those concentration camps, they knew it would have been preferable to die. It would have been a relief to die. But they kept on. They struggled on because they knew that if they just quit, then everything that was trying to crush them to dust would have won. They didn't allow the Nazis the pleasure of beating them. Well, their oppression was a lot worse than yours, be they Jew, gypsy, or homosexual. They kept on, because the more death coveted them, the more they became aware of how precious life really was. People forget that. They overlook the fact that life in itself is an amazing thing. A woman has an egg. At his climax, the man lets loose of millions of little sperm, millions of them, all racing towards the one thing, all with the same determination, to be the fastest. Because being the fastest means being the best. Millions lose, but one succeeds where the others fail. It doesn't matter whether you're born blind, crippled, no arms or legs, or even mentally handicapped, because you've already done the impossible. Against 1,000,000 to 1 chance, you've beaten the odds. Odds even greater than that. You've won.